Welcome back. We are the Uncorked Friday Night Podcast. We are your hostesses.
I'm Jess.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Alex.
Jess, let's go.
Okay. In today's episode, we are going to be doing a recap on 2024. So we're going to ask some questions and we will all take turns answering these questions. So whoever wants to start off, the first question is, what are you leaving behind and making space for going into 2025?
What am I leaving behind? Leaving behind the crusties.
That is her new word.
That's my new word. The crusties, crusty people. Just low vibe, bad vibes. Just not good to have around. Just leaving that behind. Bringing in new energy, good friendships, building off of what we already have and the friendships that we already have, and just making it stronger and just overall better connection. What else am I leaving behind? I just think settling, not doing what you really want and putting that to the side. It's like, you know what? No, we're doing this. And this podcast is an example. We're making this a priority, and this is something we wanted to do. And we want to be more consistent about it because it's important to us.
Yes.
Exactly. I kind of want to leaving myself behind.
Yes.
You know, like, I feel like I've learned so much in the last few months just from you guys. And, like, no, seriously.
I love that.
And part of that is, like, cutting out all of the negative energy and, like,
The crusties.
The crusties, exactly. Basically what Alex said. But not being a doormat, you know? And putting myself first, or, like, thinking of what will actually benefit me. Just a little bit more, rather than holding on to things that aren't good for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I love that. You're essentially being reborn into a new identity.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. I know for me, one thing I'm leaving behind in 2024 is not setting proper boundaries. I think I really lack in that. And I notice that when I start to actually place boundaries with family members, friends, people that I genuinely love, I have a better relationship with them. And, like, I don't allow the negativity that other people may carry around affect my day-to-day, because I would consider myself an empath. So if I'm surrounded by people that are very anxious or just thriving in negativity, and then I feed off of that. So setting healthy boundaries is something that I'm wanting to for sure go into 2025.
And as soon as you said, like, renewal and just letting go and just the changes, I just want to talk about, you know, Alicia did something really awesome, and she gave us our Christmas gifts a little early. And we're all wearing them. It's bracelets, and I love them. So mine's Moonstone. It's all about renewal, and I just really resonated with it. So, and we all wore it together tonight, and I feel like it's such a special bond between the three of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember what yours was?
It was black
Tourmaline,
which is for protection. Yeah, which I definitely needed because I feel the evil eyes around me.
I felt them too. I'm like, oh, Jess really needs this one.
Yeah.
Dang.
Just kidding. Yeah. Mine's Ruby. It's all about love, really. Just loving wholeheartedly, being surrounded by love, and
Basking in love overall. Yeah.
I think a good symbol for you for Alicia going into 2025 is a butterfly. Like, I really feel like that kind of represents also where you're at in your life. Like, you Fun fact, Alicia actually has a butterfly. um,
Yeah, like sanctuary, basically.
essentially. That's my first time ever going to your house was to go see her butterflies. But it's like you're kind of coming out of that cocoon and allowing yourself to really just show the world your new version of yourself, your wings.
Fun fact, I have a butterfly birthmark on my arm.
I didn't
Crazy.
know that.
I had no
I'm
idea.
trying
Now
to-
let's see it.
I'm trying to pull up my sleeve.
It kind of does look like a butterfly.
Oh, I see you now. Took me a second.
Barely.
Yeah, I see it.
It's like the body here.
And then the wings right here. Yeah.
Would you ever tattoo a butterfly on it?
On my birthmark? No.
Next to it, or tattoo a butterfly on you?
I would probably get a butterfly tattoo. Next question.
So, what do you want more of next year?
Gratitude came to mind.
I love that.
Gratitude came to mind. I think in order for us to get more of what we want from life, whether it be opportunities, friendships, just whatever we want, right? Like we got to be grateful for what we have now and also know that we deserve this and more and better. And like just when you think like you have a good, like for job opportunities, like you might get something even better, or that opportunity might just, mind blow you in a way that you're like, wait, had no expectations going into this. And now like everything's just like falling into place. And just, I was just like feeling grateful for where I'm at and wanting more of that.
Yeah.
I forgot the rest of the question. No,
That
for
was
real.
it.
I think that was it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want more of next year?
Yeah.
And then to me, relationships are really important. So just deepening relationships and friendships and having quality of the people around me. I don't like not having fulfilling dynamics around me. It's just, to me, like, it doesn't serve me. It's just like a waste of my time and space. Like, I just want deeper, fulfilling connections. Like, I can't just hang out with people just to hang out with them. Like, it just doesn't do anything for me.
Yes.
I love
agree. I think next year I want more peace. I've always been, at least the last few years, a very anxious person, always worrying about what's going to happen, what could happen, expecting worst case scenario, and it's just really not a peaceful life or mindset. And so I just want to be able to, I guess it's also kind of goes into the last question, something that I want to leave behind, and just trying to relax, be at peace, and just let the universe do its thing. And I've definitely done that with a few things already this year. And yeah, I feel like I'll probably just be a happier person if I just let everything be, and what is supposed to happen is supposed to happen.
It's having a lot of faith and trust in whatever's meant for you will be for you.
Yes.
I feel like what's meant for you won't pass you. And I mean, yeah, you can worry all you want, but give yourself the grace, give yourself like the peace where you can enjoy the present moment. And, because that's all you really have is the present.
Exactly.
So I think that's beautiful. I always take time for myself every single day to just bask in like feelings of gratitude and peace and just centeredness, because I know when I'm not like my best self, and I don't feel like very centered, don't really feel like as connected to myself. So when I'm more connected to myself, I'm able to connect with others a lot better. And that usually, if I'm at peace, like I tend to have peaceful dynamics around me. Because if like my inner world's like chaos, like that usually bleeds out into my outside dynamics too.
Yeah. I love that. So that's something that I want for sure for next year is spending more time with myself, prioritizing myself and my needs. I feel now that it's coming towards the end of the year and me starting into a new relationship, I've allowed myself to kind of give myself more time, like that independent boss mindset. It's still there for me, but now I've kind of feel more at ease. And it's great that I have that support. So now I can actually start prioritizing my needs and what do I want. So that's something I want next year.
On to the next.
So, what has changed for you?
So much.
Yeah, it's
Oh
a
my
lot
gosh.
to unpack there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe
I
top
think-
3.
I think what's changed for me is me like actually just doing more of me and less of what others think. Even, yeah, because even if I like, why does it matter if I don't like you anyway? Like, and your approval doesn't mean anything to me. So I think it's just more caring about what I want and being around the people that I resonate with rather than allow myself to be in spaces like I don't really want to even be here. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I don't need to do that. And I would say like mindset shifts on that. Like Alicia was saying, she wants more peace. That's something I've intentionally have cultivated every single day. And listening more so to my intuition that I feel like I wouldn't have done years ago because I was too busy with wanting to do the right thing, or everything was looking good on paper, but I'm like, if I'm not happy, like, does this really matter at the end of the day? Something's got to give. And it's like, okay, well, something has to change. And so that's why, like, I left that corporate job and went to the esthetician route, and now I'm an esthetician, and now I enjoy what I do, and I really enjoy the people that I am around and who I work with, because that is like something that is so sometimes overlooked in work cultures. Like, if you don't really like who you're working with, it's just miserable to go to your job. And it's great to say, like, I can wake up and not feel like, oh my God, I have to go to work today. At least I don't feel that personally.
Yeah, probably similar for me. My mindset has definitely changed a lot. I'm more of a spiritual person now. I'm like diving into my own spirituality. And just overall, I feel like I'm a more positive person than I was a few months ago. So, yeah.
I would, same here. My mindset has changed. I feel like a lot has changed for me, especially like challenging my own beliefs, which I felt like I didn't really have an open mind, and now I'm very open to accepting different realities than mine. So, yeah, just having the very self-growth mindset and not limiting my own beliefs. Absolutely. What was the biggest surprise for you guys in 2024?
I guess the biggest surprise, and I want to go about it from like a good angle and good surprise, but I just, like, in all my career in like my working jobs and stuff, like I've always applied to places, right? And submitted my resume in or my cover letter in, and I just I felt really blessed to be working at 2 places now. Where, I mean, it was just very fortunate enough to have been having these opportunities that kind of just came to me. I felt like I was in alignment and it felt very good. And I was like, okay, like, I like what I'm doing. I like the people that are there, and it's just a win-win, So that was a beautiful surprise because, that might not be the case for a lot of people in the job market, perhaps. So
I feel like I sound like a broken record, but you guys.
Stop, because that was what I was going to say that.
okay,
No,
that
Whoa.
too.
No,
that was
no.
assumed though. Like I felt
was-
like they already
Alicia,
knew
that's
that.
what I was going to say.
They already knew that though. So
Well, I mean, I just would have never expected that at the end of our program, it was going to be the three of us.
neither did I.
So,
That was a surprise.
Look, I'm going to go above and beyond and say I was not expecting to have met you guys, like have a friendship like we do. Like
Yeah.
this is a huge surprise to be able to connect with other individuals, other females at our age and be so close so quick and have like we're just so open and we understand each other. Like I don't really foresee any issues, and if there are any issues that were to come in our friendship, I feel like we're the type of individuals that will talk it out, and that's so hard to find and be able to connect with girls, like especially in this generation.
yeah. Another one is this podcast.
Yeah.
This is a surprise. Huge.
This is a fun surprise. These are
It
all
is.
fun surprises.
Okay, what achievement do you feel most proud of?
I think stepping into the unknown
Oh,
because yeah, no. I feel like stepping into the unknown, not having any certainty how things are going to play out, but trusting that you got to take that leap, got to take that step, and even though you're scared and you're not sure what's going to happen, something's pulling you in that direction, and just trust it, even if you don't know why. And it's like that is like a knowing and like your intuition telling you, hey, listen to me. You might not know the answers, but like I do, so trust me more. And like I feel like if you keep trusting that, it kind of like you're able to trust on the bigger things.
yeah.
Like I feel like I have cultivated a better relationship with my intuition, so that's an accomplishment. And because now I'm able to be like, wait, I can't have that person in my life. Oh wait, why not? Instead of like making that happen, but like, okay, something's telling me inside me that they're not good, that they're bad vibes, or something's off, and like trusting that versus rationalizing it or justifying them being in my life,
I feel like mine goes along with yours, Alex, as well. Jumping into something new, trying out this career, and just letting the universe take the reins. I feel like I've got a solid path career-wise now, and I just never thought that it would actually happen, because I did, like I said, have kind of more of a negative mindset all the time, so I had hoped that it would be great, but always expected it to fail, and then it didn't happen. It didn't fail. I'm here and succeeding, so yeah.
That is a really big achievement to be proud of.
You're literally the number one. I'm just saying.
She is.
We're all number one.
We are. My biggest achievement that I'm proud of is more like internal, of being able to allow myself to prioritize my happiness instead of someone else's, and leaving the past in the past and walking away from a relationship that I knew was never going to lead me to my purpose in this lifetime. So I think that for me, allowing myself to just put myself first, prioritize myself, was the biggest achievement.
I wanted to also mention something too. I think it's important to have discernment on when to let go and when to keep persisting. And having that discernment and when to keep moving forward with something and choosing to let something go, that's like a powerful skill to have.
Yeah.
Because I see, people like trying harder in their relationships. And I'm like, no, like that's toxic. Gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You can't try harder when someone's not equally helping the situation or trying to be better. So in that case, it's like having the understanding that you can only do your best on your end, but it takes two people for a friendship, for a relationship to keep going. And doesn't mean push harder. It means, you know what, I have to have my self-dignity, my self-respect, and let go. And just like they say, like, if you're around people who don't love, support you, respect you, you're in the wrong room. So don't sit here, try to convince people to love you, support you, respect you. You're just in the wrong room. Go where that's given to you and provided by through other people. And I mean, you were going to be doing that too. So it's like a two-way street, and knowing when we can be better and like knowing our own faults, because we're not always perfect. It's like, oh, well, I could have handled that better, and saying sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like not a lot of people say that. They're like, oh, like I'm just going to pretend like everything's okay, or I'm going to brush under the rug. It takes a lot of guts to say sorry. And apologize if we're hurting someone's feelings, or if we did something that we unintentionally hurt them or upset them. And it's just like that vulnerability is what brings people more connected to one another, because they're not letting their ego get in the way.
Exactly. 2025, people need to learn to be able to take accountability for their own actions.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Recognize when you are in the wrong and just simply apologize. That's simple.
And some people just don't have the capability, and that's okay, but you're not their teacher. They're not their teacher. Unless
Nope.
they're paying you, then maybe. But other than that, you're wasting your time. Be around people who understand, who have the capability, who have the own accountability. Because they're gonna, if they're like that way with themselves, they're gonna be that way with you.
So here, I would like to say the last question would be, what are you guys looking forward to going into this new year?
I would say walking away from situations and things that aren't serving me the first time.
Ooh.
That it doesn't take more than one chance for me to be like, you know what, that donezo, like just trusting my gut more, my intuition, following my path, and not really needing to prove myself to people who are not wanting to even see me in a good light. So you just really just putting myself first again.
I'm looking forward to another year full of opportunities, change, growth, because you can always grow more. So never believe that you're ever finished growing, because you're not.
No, and that aligns with what I'm looking forward to, is just continuing my education. Like, I love reading and I love just educating myself. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. And also being able to have a better relationship with a lot of people in my life. So just nurturing those friendships, relationships in my life.
Yeah. I think what did they say? Like, if you don't water it, it doesn't grow. So same thing with friendships, same thing relationships. If you don't nurture it, if you don't water it, how do you expect it to grow? So it's that continued love and support, not on the rare occasions. It's an everyday thing. It's a consistent thing.
Mm-hmm.
Love is a choice, not just a feeling.
Love you guys.
No, love you too.
Love you too. I love both of you guys.
My heart's melting. And on that note,
We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.